Hey, Max here. So, today college football put out a patch, and it's looking nice, okay? I am here for it because it basically showed us that they're listening to the community on a lot of issues. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still some things left to fix in the game. They didn't patch everything, but just like the first one, it feels like it's done a pretty good job with a lot of the changes, because it's so weird, because over the years we've seen Madden changes from EA. Like, I don't even know where they're getting their ideas from. It's like from the ether, from like their back. I don't know, like it's like an evil guy like squeaking into their earbox like this is Lord of the Rings. Like, what's going on? Where are they getting this feedback from? But it feels like the EA college football team, at least, is putting things that we've asked for, complained about recently. And so it's a major W, the fact that they got the stuff that we're thinking about and the things that we're talking about in the community. Now let's talk about what's been changed, what still has left to go. Title update notes: switch stick delay option is available. Now this is really cool. Now the slight delay is half a second, because I don't know if you guys have the same issue as I do, where basically on the switch stick, I'm in practice mode right now. Is it right here? Yeah, here it is. Switch stick delay. Like, I snap the ball, and then what happens is, like, I'm still making adjustments to players, putting on blitzes, driving them zones, using the right stick, and then, like, I'll switch it off somebody, and I have no idea where I am after the snap. So having that half-second delay of slight is going to be quite a big deal for us. Now, there's obviously, you can go with moderate or disable it altogether. Now, a lot of people have been angry at switch stick, but with how zones play in Madden and CFB, I think you still absolutely want switch stick. It's the number one thing you can do to play good defense in these games, is have that switch stick on. So adding the delay, I love it. Madden needs this desperately too. Like it feels like so much of what college can put into the game also needs to be in the next Madden patch. It's absolutely incredible. And then they got fixed an issue with a speed boost when using custom stems and smart routing. Let me circle back to this, because like I want to talk about something before we switch over to the offensive side of the ball, is scum kicks. Now, I did hear that scum kicks are back. I wasn't able to get them to work in practice mode, but people are saying at least in the game. So let's kick return middle with the guys top to bottom. At least in the game, people are able to make this work. And I don't know if it has to do with like the speed of the kick returners, but like generally if you go just like this, you can get it to work. But yeah, maybe it's because Bolden is really fast, he can get there. I don't know, but make sure you got good kick returners. That sort of works, especially like in college ultimate team where everybody's really slow. So they haven't quite fixed it. The scum kick itself, basically the way that they really got to fix a lot of this stuff is by disabling the ability to kind of put these in like those funky spots in the field. So it is harder, I feel like, but it's still absolutely in the game. Just FYI. All right, let's go over, switch to offense as we switch back to the patch notes. Another thing in the game is like I still feel like pursuit is not great. They didn't talk about fixing pursuit, even though we need that. So for those that don't know, the custom route stem glitch, which is something that we knew was going to get patched, and I suggested people just like don't even worry about route stem glitching because it's going to get patched. It's been a major annoyance here for a little bit. So let's just go, I don't know, drive post against, let's go normal cover 2 man. Okay, so route stemming previously was when you went, say so you see how that play is, like that post pattern right there? So basically what you do is you'd custom stem them up, all right? You custom stem them above like 10 yards or whatever. And then you click on the guy again, and then you'd go ahead and bring it to, you'd hit R1 to bring it to the sticks. But I don't really see an R1, right? So there's no ability to bring it to the sticks, which basically was the trigger to make the route stem work. So it looks like that is, let's try this again on triangle. Bring them up right here. Let's bring it here. And then triangle, and there's no way of bringing it back to the R1 function. So basically just deleted the ability to hit R1, but it in the notes, I would imagine the R1 to the sticks comes back. The additional fix they're talking about slated for the next title update. So that they're basically gonna like actually fix it instead of like disabling part of the game. So that's huge. Route stems, that was like the meta, at least at the top end. And a lot of guys that, don't know a lot of the game, more casual, probably weren't running route stem glitches, but a lot of the top end guys I saw it got banned in Madden now for the MCS, so I'd assume Madden's not going to get a patch before that tournament happens for whatever reason, but thank goodness for college football. The responses of pass block sliders. I saw this complaint on the Madden subreddit, or sorry, the NCAA subreddit, and it looks like they've decided to tune that, where, pass blocking is still a major issue. We'll talk about this one right here. Defenders can slip through double teams without the appropriate animation. This was a major issue. I'll just go ahead and snap this ball. But basically, you see that double team in the middle right there. You actually see it on single teams too throughout the game. But what would happen is like the two blockers here would almost like get in their own ways, like 72 and 52 right here. Booker and Brailsford would basically like Brailsford would have him or Booker would have him, and the other guy's like, no, I got him, and then like the animation wouldn't play out the fact that they're double teaming the guy. So they actually got to get you actually got to get beat on the double team now. At least they said they've patched it and worked it, but like this is gonna take a lot of reps because it wouldn't happen every time, so it's hard to like test it in practice mode as something like, hey, it's just slipping through, because it only happened once in a while when we got the slip through problem. See, now guys getting beat on animations makes a lot of sense, and I like that. Like pass blocks, when you're double teaming a guy, it should be really hard. Like unless it's Aaron Donald, it's very hard to get off double teams. Now this is one of those things. This is more towards like we can talk about this pass block right here. This is more towards like a disengage. You see how he like disengaged from them and then got up? So that was kind of like, this should have been plenty of time in the pocket to make a read and make a throw or scramble or whatever. Don't get me wrong, but that's kind of closer to what that is, where like the animation of him shedding didn't play out. But I like the ability of like if the quarterback is there, 66 shedding away makes a lot more sense. So it looks they added more tuning, more animation. That's nice. CPU play calling, coach suggestion, tuning cross mode. So a lot of people complained about how good the CPU is. Jet touch passes are insanely good. Stretches, jet touch passes. If you guys don't know the meta, those are the runs du jour. So make sure you got your jet touch pass defense as much as you can at all. The effectiveness of pass committing versus trick plays, risk of run committing from man coverage. So prior to the prior to this patch, when you ran man coverage like this and then ran commit, so R1 down, run up the middle, so ran commit, when the man coverage would still stick with the players, and it doesn't look like it's working anymore. Now, they said in their preseason blog that this is how run commit's gonna work, but I know a lot of people had a lot of issue with it. It was like the only way I was able to stop the run. So do you see like this guy's doing nothing now? This guy on the outside, I really hate this change. I actually like the run commit, but the guys in pass coverage would actually play the pass coverage, because now you get this behavior. And this is one of those things where like we're like, hey, can you just not patch these things? Like this is a classic EA situation. Seeing guys standing here flat-footed, not playing football, this is way worse than what was happening before, which was the guys in pass coverage. Like, if you know football, you know there are defenders that are assigned to pass first defense and defenders that are assigned to run first defense, and then like linebackers are in between depending on assignments. But like these defenders, you're in pass first defense. Like run committing should commit the guys that are in like run assignments, defensive linemen, linebackers, that kind of stuff. I don't know. I like even safeties that are in safeties. Now I don't know if a deep half is generally not in a run zone, but like a safety that's in that deep zone maybe could have been in a run gap. I don't know. I'm okay with the safeties committing, but not like the guys assigned the man coverage. I don't know, man. I think this change was a major L. Probably my least favorite change they made. Fixed an issue where players can continue to spin while using a conservative ball carrier. That's good. Madden needs the same issue. It seems so strange that a lot of the gameplay issues and a lot of the glitches are carrying over game to game. I know they share a lot of the same engine. Looks like a lot of the same gameplay development is getting shared too. AI logic significantly reduced the chances of receiving a roughing the kicker penalty. Oh man, I can't tell you the amount of times where I got bailed out on roughing the kickers on extra points punts. My main offense is gone, bro. I know a lot of people actually had it happen to them. I don't know why. I think it only happened to me once in my bunch of seasons in Dynasty simming through that. Defensive lineman to sniff out halfback screens. I don't know. Yeah, I can see why. I hope they tied it completely into play rec, though. Play rec should be halfback screen recognition since it's recognizing the play. I could see the argument for awareness, too. 11 new formations. So they got some new formations. I think college football is a major W because the amount of insane, like, difference. Now, I hope this is all just a step towards play creator eventually. But I absolutely love it. So they added new jet sweeps, like I talked about. If your playbook doesn't have jet sweeps, you might need to find a new playbook. Added more formation and play to multiple team playbooks, empty and short yardage formations. They're going to continue that through future title updates. Default personnel for Liberty's pistol formations. Nice. All right, Dynasty. They still haven't really changed much as far as editing player numbers, which kind of sucks. And I guess I don't understand the NIL contract that much. Why is it different than the NFL player contract where I can edit stuff? Why is college different? Why did you just use the same language you use with the NFL players? Further super sim tuning reduced completion percentages. Yeah, there was way too many top end quarterbacks with 70% completions. Like, I get it, playing on Heisman should be difficult, and I actually really like that Heisman's a difficult game experience. But I feel like when simming, I think, like, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this thought. When simming, should it also be Heisman? Or should it only look to do realistic stats based off the overalls of the players presented? Because I almost feel like when I'm simming, I want it based off the overalls and, like, the difficulty levels only when I'm on the field. So, Heisman, like, you know, run-of-the-mill 79 overall quarterbacks having high completion percentages, even on sure, when against me it can be difficult, but when I'm simming, I want that 79 overall to hit like a 60% completion percentage or whatever is normal for an average quarterback in whatever offense they're in. Because I know there's a lot of playbook issues. Like, depending on what playbook you are, like, some teams like just sim well in this game. Same thing in Madden, because, like, who was that team? Pittsburgh Dynasty watchers. Who was that team I played in Season 4 in the playoffs? I feel like it wasn't Temple, was it? We can go. I don't want to spoil anything. But, like, they got there because they ran a whole bunch of RPOs, and it was very hard to stop them. So, yeah, sim issue. They also have Super Sim Logic, simming to quarter length. Mass subs for online and offline Dynasty games when playing against the AI. You will sub an entire second unit if your starters are in, or your entire starting group if your second unit is in. This was a major ask from the Dynasty crew. Big W. Further tuning award system, stat display returner. Kent State and Oklahoma State coaching system. Recorded some new Dynasty for that one. Broken vertebrae injury was incorrectly labeled as strain back. Do they have concussions in this game? I know they don't have it in Madden because the NFL told them to take them out. I don't know if they did. College Ultimate Team changes. Milestone progress incomplete. Filtered down. Live events. Team chemistry. Yeah. Fantasy pack flow. You can now open the next one. Nice. Basically nothing in Ultimate Team. Road to Glory mode. Retune starting attributes for halfbacks. Retune starting attributes for cornerbacks. UI, new uniforms for some colleges. New NIL players for multiple teams. Tier rebalancing reflect 5-tier format. And then Season 2 and Ultimate Team is there. All right, that's it. The patch overall, I would call it a major W. Obviously, Pursuit, Scum kicks, to an extent, still need to be fixed. What else would you guys think needs to happen in college football to make it the best possible experience? Obviously, not going to have like major game changes or foundational shifts during the year this year. They said they're going to put in custom audibles. We'll see when that happens. But overall, as good as a patch can be. Fix bugs. Try not to ruin your balance of your game too much. And I'd say going forward, don't bring in things like this run commit fix when you just break it more. All right, bye.